today. And you tuning into the Black Fire Radio. And you listen to Massive Wagwan. Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother there. Reaching out to all the massive on the African continent. And you tuning into the Pan-African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Jody, from Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. Andrew Robinson, love, respect, and justice for all. Big up, massive.
Huko ngabado unachukiwa madam, so anguka nao itabaki mflo na vibe. Anguka nao kako single for now. That is major patikani. Hadi late night saa sita ndo taniwai. Nikupini location na kufana na hii. Ukate call niko chomba ya G. Mina jua utakuwa irizo release. Acha nikushow kwanza form ya kidon. Nishashika mpoa na twende chini chini akiwa hadi na mimi. Sasa tunasikiza shit city tuna feel free. Take a video na post pale NGC. Jina ni Kantel Kurapsi ni talent G. Anguka nao. Anguka nao cheki. Anguka nao twende down low now. Stand up to your feet mikono juu alafu click. Kuliza pesa alafu one leg. Anguka nao. One leg. Anguka nao. Anguka nao. Anguka nao. Anguka nao. Anguka nayo kama uko na new cut. Anguka nayo kuna pati na makosa. Anguka nayo round 2 kwa hii pass. Anguka nayo ati, anguka nayo ati, anguka nayo. Anguka nayo, anguka nayo ati. Ati, anguka nayo. Ati, anguka nayo. Na katika mtupa wewe shuka. Cheza chini kukondeza matisha. Anguka nayo katika tushaipika. Maji matisha wakati. Ama tani, tambu serikali, tamka sana. Unajua ni nani? Flow mshaki. Don medunga hapo dawi. Utakiwa kwa dili mi. Aha. Yeah. Beba, anguka nao. Anguka nayo.
Anguka nayo.
Anguka nayo. Ati, anguka nayo mtupa me feel relaxed. Anguka nayo kama uko na new cast. Anguka nayo kama unapati na makosa. Anguka nayo round 2 kwa hii pass. Ati, anguka nayo. Anguka nayo. Anguka nayo.
Anguka nayo. Yes, karibuni sana family. This out tuna Anguka nayo right here on the Black Fire Network radio station media of the 21st century. 15 minutes past the top of the hour. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever the time is on your end and whatever part of the world you're listening to us from. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far or having a wonderful time so far. It is exactly 15 minutes, like I said, and a quick shout out to everyone live with us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok, on our show page. Rumble shall be uploaded itself. It shall be uploading the video itself. I tried going live, but I couldn't reach the site. But I hope for those who are also fans on Rumble, you get to enjoy. Shout out to everyone also live with me on Instagram, Wagwan. Hope you guys are doing amazing. I hope you guys are also having a wonderful time today, this amazing Tuesday, where we shall be focusing our conversation into Kenya, where William Ruto has finally signed, that is years Assests, the Independent Electoral and Boundary Commission. And this is actually something that is supposed to be paving a way for a new commissioner to be actually elected. And we're going to see if this is actually, of course, as I read the article, I see that we had so many people who attended this. It was being held at the Kenyatta International Conventional Center in Nairobi. And this was in the presence of opposition leader like Raila Odinga, who comes, of course, from the Orange Party. We also had, of course, Orange Democratic Movement, we also have Kalonzo Musyoka, that is the Wiper Party, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, and leaders of the two houses of the parliament. So we're going to be seeing if this is actually, if whatever you signed and whoever is going to be chosen as the next commissioner of the IEBC, are they going to be doing what is expected? Are we going to be experiencing the same histories of like Musando, people just disappearing and them losing their fingers even to that particular point? It is super, super crazy. And that is what basically we shall be focusing on as we get to see also what people have to say regarding that when this was actually going on. I want us also to take us back to history. That was last year where we had a Pakistan journalist who was killed right here in Kenya. And of course, the family has demanded a payout, and that is to the widow. And we want to talk about when it comes to African people, how many people of ours killed outside, and do we really demand for reparations? Do we get compensated, especially as Black people globally? So many of our people always killed outside, but when it comes to Indians, Chinese, literally all these other race, they're the ones who get to understand what justice is. It just favors them. It is just so unfair. It is an unfair world. On the other hand, we shall also talk about the head of the UN force, who is actually concerned about the extreme expansion of the M23 rebels that is in the DRC Congo. Of course, shout out to the UN being concerned, and much more of also what is happening. A conversation we was supposed to have yesterday regarding the new Prime Minister of the UK, who has actually said that they are going to not go with the plan that the previous prime minister had on the deportation of migrants to Rwanda. So we'll see what direction they take, and also where Diomaye Faye is being questioned if he can bring back Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and these three countries into ECOWAS, because we've seen yesterday like the three countries, they came and said, we no longer are a part of these fake organizations. They irrevocably, did say that they have nothing to do with it. And I'm proud to see what these countries are doing. We've seen the mainstream media destroying their names. The mainstream media is always saying negative things apart from the positive things that are happening in those countries. And so far, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali have been doing transformative, amazing, positive things. So the people themselves can actually testify if we try not to listen to more of what the mainstream media is trying to pin on them. Karibuni sana once again. That is the conversation I have aligned for you here. And I hope you guys get to enjoy that. Tune in till the end of the show. And a quick shout out to the entrepreneur TikTok. Shout out to Anthony. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Shout out to Mr. Blackwood who just tuned in. And to everyone who's also streaming live on Facebook, through Facebook, YouTube, or on Twitter as well, for those who are just getting in right here. Karibuni sana once again. Enjoy the show.
Kill them all. It's a collectible. Yeah. Dope lines kana push koko. Listen to what nasumbua kwa soko. Man, I'm all up in your faces, kind of go, but DJ slow. Niggas trying to test me. Missy Jolly.
Yeah, this is Pressure playing right on the Blackwood Fire Network radio station. Caterpillar featuring Asano and Siwa Saida. Yes, and I see Anthony says the storm weather here in Cape Town is 1,500 people already displaced. God damn. Oh, so you are from South Africa. That is Anthony. Well, y'all be safe. Shout out to David. Hey, shout out to you, David. Karibu sana. Unanipatia pressure na jina yako jamani. Fully loaded na mwanangu leo tunachana kambuga kata alipiga simu faster minka itabeba na nkajipina msuba. Yeah, so why you hating brother, punguza kelele au watadi wivu comedy wakagere vile na wabeba milo kadere una tabia za kedere
nimewaka nazidisha fraka hunting in jungle na waachia makaka silly rappers kanifanya naifanya proper muhimu everything niko na proper nilifanya bila zidisha depends every season we just get chanting na kwa wangu wa kitaa huku sasa ndio tutafika tunapokuja mega Moving pole hajipai you know how we do bado tunawapa pressure na sukari zote zinapanda juu ndogo ndogo moving pole hajipai you know how we do bado tunawapa pressure na sukari zote zinapanda juu.
Yes, karibuni sana sana. Once again, that is Pressure playing right here on the media of the 21st century. The Black Hot Fire Network radio station. That is Caterpillar, featuring Asano Afrocentric, and of course, Siwa Saida. I've said those three people, those amazing artists from the 254, they have been all here on interviews that is on the What's the Radar, which is hosted every Saturday by HR The Messenger. So in case when msanii uko hapo na unasikiza na unataka kupiga interview hapa, DM us on our Instagram, and of course, you'll also get to be featured on What's the Radar on Saturday, and have an amazing time right here on the Black Hot Fire Network radio station. Karibuni sana once again. 23 minutes past the top of the hour is the time, and a quick shout out once again to everyone listening through Facebook, through Twitter, or rather through YouTube, on TikTok. Karibuni sana to everyone who's also live through that is on the show page and also on our radio station app. In case you're here for the first time, kindly follow the live creator, and I'd love to urge you to follow us on whatever stream you're streaming live with us from, and also rush to the Google Play Store if you are an Android user. It's very easy for us to get connected to us, for you to get connected to us on the rest of the platform, and of course just search for Black Hot Fire Network. Utatupata hapo. And the good part about the app actually, which I love, is you get to stream as you get to use the rest of your application, manze. I've never seen such an app. Majority of the times the app, once you log off, that's it. You won't be able to hear anymore. But Black Hot Fire Network app, you can chat with your friends on WhatsApp, do whatever you're doing on Instagram, maybe log in onto TikTok as you listen to Black Hot Fire Network radio station. So do enjoy the services you're given there, and also purchase merchandise with us in case you want to purchase anything with us. We have also amazing things for the ladies. So if you want to surprise your woman, this is the right time, right here with us on the Black Hot Fire Network. Anthony, I see you saying take action on what? Kindly let me know what I should take action on. Shout out to Simple Man Johnny. Shout out to Eliza Kego. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. But of course, like I said, today we shall be focusing on to Kenya, or rather in Kenya, what is happening regarding President William Ruto, who has finally assessed the IEBC Bill 2024. And this is something that is supposed to pave a new way for them to hire a new commissioner who's going to be, of course, on board of the IEBC. That is the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. And normally, and for the past few years, we've seen actually our independence. I don't believe it is independence. So we scrap that independentism. It is not independent. Our so-called Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. The last time I checked, the commissioners who are here for the past two elections, we had, I'd try give the 2017 election. The 2017 election, this guy, the finger was cut. He was found dead. The finger was missing because his finger was the only access to them counting the elections. So they chopped his finger and he was found missing. And of course, the next minute we realized, we saw the family calling for justice because, of course, what happened with last year's election, 2022, sorry, not last year, but 2022 election, when William Ruto was coming into power. A few things also happened. The commissioner who was, in charge, I think he was bribed or something, because you remember before the announcement of the results, we had a few fights that took place in wherever they were counting was it in parliament? I can't remember, where they were counting the elections. Kuna vita ilitokea hapo, 1, 2, 3 things, but at the end of the day, we knew, and they knew who the winner is gonna be. So we're gonna, of course, be reading the article under that and see what kind of strategy are we going to be using this time when we go for an election. Is it going to be another stealing and scheming way, or is it going to be something legit where votes are going to be counted and we're going to get a leader who is actually chosen by the people, not by the Western powers? But before we get started with all that, I want to start, of course, with what is happening. Again, take you back to history, still in Kenya. Last year, we had a journalist from Pakistan who died here in our very own country. Not died, but was shot by our police officers. The main reason still they weren't clear, because if you can remember, when I was reading that story, they said that this guy was suspected. I don't know, the cops had suspected, or it was not a clear incident of how and when this took place, how it took place, literally not when, but how it took place and why it took place. But they're saying a court in Kenya has awarded 10 million Kenyan shillings, that is $78,000, 61,000 euros, in compensation to the widow of a prominent Pakistan journalist who was shot dead by police at the roadblock nearly 2 years ago. Was it in 2022? Then time flies then. Damn, time really flies. I thought that was last year. God damn. Okay, so Ashad Sharif was a TV anchor known by his robust criticisms of Pakistan's powerful military leader and corruption in politics. The father of 5 received death threats that he flagged to Pakistan top judge, but fleeing his home country to seek safety abroad. Sharif's killing 2 months later at the hands of police in Kenyan town of Kajiado County, where I am, caused an outrage, and the slow response by officials prompted UN experts to criticize both Kenya and Pakistan. Kenya police had argued it was a case of mistake identity. Do you remember I said that? They were saying it was a mistake. They didn't, the circumstance, it was just an unsure thing. But yeah, they said that the Kenya police argued it was a case of mistaken identity, but Sharif's widow, Javeria Sadiq, said it was a contract killing carried out on behalf of the unarmed individual in Pakistan. And on Monday, the Kajiado High Court ruled that the Kenyan authorities had acted unlawfully and violated to life, and it duly awarded Ms. Sadiq a compensation plus interest until payment in full. The loss of his life is something you cannot be compensated. This is what the wife says, in monetary terms, nor in the pain of suffering the family must have gone through. But there is a consensus that compensation is appropriate remedy to a readiness to redress in violation of fundamental rights. The judge also ruled that the Kenyan Director of Public Prosecutions and the Independent Policing Oversight Authority had violated Sharif's right by failing to prosecute officers involved. And the court had ordered both bodies to conclude investigations and charge the officers. This is just so crazy, even when you read it, because how many Africans, again, I don't even want to go far, all right? I want to just shift very quickly to a video I was seeing here, and I was like, I don't want to discuss this, but I'm going to discuss it. How many people from Africa do we see dying and none of their families end up being compensated? I don't want to go far. Just a recent story, as much as they were saying this is a government-to-government government-to-government relation, government-to-government matter. We had the first bunch of group from Kenya, which of course was not gazetted, that was taken to Haiti. On their way to Haiti, one among them died. When the family of this young man was demanding for the body back, they were told, hey, bro, you can't get the body back. This is a government-to-government matter, and that is how it shall be dealt with. That even alone, even aside, so many cases of women who have gone to Saudi Arabia, they come back here dead or come back literally with injuries. Do they get compensated? It is a high time actually for us as, let me tell you, African people, it's a high time we start chanting about these people in our continent as well, the privileges they have. As much as you're calling out the puppets, we have a bigger enemy also just watching us, and they are laughing. And it is sad if they think that it is so sad if right now Indians and white people, wherever they are seated, and Chinese people, they are seated thinking that we're just calling out on the puppets alone. No, we identify you, and you know you are the enemy right here. You are the cause and the root of all these problems. How many African people, just starting with the women, 2022, where we were cases back and forth of women being mistreated in Saudi Arabia. I shared a video of a woman breastfeeding a dog, and the video went viral. The response of our very own men was, it is our problem, us as African women, we take our backache behaviors over there, and this is why we're treated like this. Crazy as it sounds, and I did my quote of the day. My quote of today was saying, authorities worldwide are terrified of those who can see beyond their bullshit, and the number is growing by the hour. That was my quote of the day. I didn't share that, and it was like it was waiting for this perfect time. The authorities worldwide are terrified of those who can see through their bullshit, and the numbers are growing by the hour. Every single day, there's someone waking up, there's someone tapping into all this information. The moment Africa is going to be literally requesting its reparation back, nobody's going to be talking about what we owe them. Shout out to the IMF. The IMF is already backing out. The IMF is already backing out from Kenya. The enemy is being identified, like I was saying yesterday. I was so amazed when I saw the video of Biden ignoring that black girl in our very own platform. I was like, I least expected something like this to be posted here, you know? And which actually see the fact that Africans right now are recognizing racism and calling it out. Because this is how our people are treated. Let me share this video very quickly. This is actually, even gives you a warning, contains account of Malawi survivor who relates being a maid in Oman is as you being as good as in hell. You're not happy. You can be happy. You are a slave. That's how they consider you. And sadly, we're not taught any of this. Our desperation because of the failure of our leaders take us to this kind of places. Because it's the desperation African people have.
I feel like I'm in prison. Please, madam, please. My life is really in danger.
Titalipira zinthu zimene zozo zina zozoti amatumiza kuchoka kumene koko amati ndidafika mu Muscat munthu ayamba kukumana naye ndi munthu atisenda musiyo munthu wina uja nakandipeleka kwa munthu wina napezeka kuti abambaja ananditengera abwana ako ndine ndekuti nthawi yopuma panalibe kudzuka timadzuka koloko kumakagona 1 a.m.
Oh my God. So she's saying, of course, normally, you know the process. You go to these embassies, you pay the money. For the women, majority of the times in African countries, you don't pay money. If you want to go for these jobs outside the continent, like in Saudi Arabia, Dubai, I'm not sure about Canada and the rest of them, but I'll speak of the Middle East itself. Mostly Saudi Arabia, Dubai, if you want to go work there, or Qatar, the agencies are gonna, assist you, get a passport very quickly. All you have to do is provide your ID, your birth certificate, and the ID of your parent. And then you get your passport proceeded very quickly within a day. It depends how or how quick you need it there. If it's within a span of a week, of course, you're going to get your passport within a span of a week. But if you're supposed to go tomorrow, trust me, the passport comes out today. So you don't worry about it. That's how corruption works in Africa. You applied, normally as a normal mwananchi, you applied your passport like a year ago. You're going to get it like years later. But someone who's going outside to become a slave, immediately, with no effect, don't bribe me. I'll work for you. Don't worry. She's saying that she went to the agents, applied for the job. The boss, of course, you take a plane, they tell you, we're going to be taking care of you. We're going to be checking on you. Don't worry. You just go safely. When she arrived there, she was being mistreated. That is what she says. She used to wake up at 3 a.m. and sleep at 1 a.m. I remember myself, the last time I slept at 1 a.m., I cried. I cried my mother's name. The last time I slept at 1 a.m. because of doing house chores, because of someone who was lazy, I cried. I cried because I was supposed to go to school I was supposed to wake up by 5. By 6, I'm supposed to be out of the door. No, 6 is supposed to find me at school. Yeah, I remember. I'm supposed to be up by 5, leave around 5:30. 6 is supposed to find me in class, because if it doesn't find you in class, the teachers beat the shit out of you. So I can try just imagine. You wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning and you sleep at 1 a.m. Do you even have a back? God damn. This is just so crazy. Where are these people's reparation?
AM kumagagona
Thank you, Mzales, na kucheki sana on YouTube. I'm going through your comments just in a few.
1 AM. Chachikulu chimene chinalipo chimene chinandi pasa ineyo kuti sindikufuna so kukhala.
They make you desperate, that is what she says.
Fane kuti ndikugwira ntchito ndikugwirako ndikuti usiku akubwera bwana aja akutikakamiza kuti ndizida.
They're gonna rape you, force you to have sex with them.
Ndikugona nawo. Kuti ndinavulazidwa kwambiri chifukwa chonene kusanali okhawa mabwera ndi azinzawo okacha malipiridwe. Amatenga ndrama ndikupatsidwa akapatsa ndramazo.
She would not only get raped by one man but multiple men. Not one man but multiple men. And then we take us back to a video where we had these Kenyan so-called representatives saying it is our problem why we're treated this way, or why women are treated this way. I kind of disagree when we say life is unbalanced somehow. In this state, yeah, where white people are the ones dominating the world, that's why it is unbalanced. But once we take back our power, no more unbalancing, no more. Okay? I don't believe this, unless just naturally that's how life is. I believe life is just unbalanced ever since white people came to Africa. Life was balanced for Africans. Justice was there. It is so sad to see that this keeps on happening every single day. Being honest, it's not the first time we're seeing white people getting reparations every single day in Africa, and even where they are. We were just talking about the Telsey, correct me the pronunciation. In America, the community that was burnt down, and the survivors were asking for reparation. That is 100+ years later. In Africa, we have our lands that I was reading yesterday about Jomo Kenyatta, how he signed our land because of a glass of wine. That fool. Because he was a fool. That is foolishness of the highest level. Because of a glass of wine. We still have these people till to date. Tulsa, thank you, Keith. Yeah. They said that no, they feel disgusted because Black people and the survivors are asking for reparations because of their businesses being burnt down, being chased out of their community. Man, let me tell you, I can't wait. It is happening, and I can't wait to see white people suffer. Being honest, I think I kind of find joy in chaos somehow. I really do. And of white people, it's gonna be feeling it's pleasure of its own. It's just pleasure of its own. It's pleasure of its own. I was reading that some people find actually joy in chaos, and I think I'm one among the people. I do agree. I find joy when I see people. I love to see literally the way the demonstrations are happening. It's not really chaos, but it's just that the people are doing something. I love to see it. Someone being checked on. I just love to see it. And I can't wait to see white people being checked on. Chinese men have been beating our African men like men do not eat ugali. You're handling someone who's eating noodles and fish every single day. And they're mishandling us. Hey! African people, it's a no. Aki, it's a no. And I'm calling on the people on the continent because this is just so embarrassing and so disgusting. These people have had all the time to sit down, discuss this case on a court for the past 2 years. I'd even forgotten about it, being honest. I was like, but of course, it's an Indian, you know. They built our railway station. That's why they say. That's what the Indians, that's what some people are telling me on the comments on Instagram. Indians built our railway station in Kenya. I should appreciate the history. This is just so bad, so sad, and we demand our money back. It's a high time we also get our money back. All the families that have lost their loved ones outside, they need to be compensated back. Those whose lands have been taken away, we demand our money back. Why don't you start leaving Africa and you see we're not going to clean our own mess? We just want you out. This is just so crazy. Bashatu Mzales in the building, karibu sana. He says, inject these people, don't get it. Inject these people, don't get it. I didn't get that comment of yours first, but you're also saying peace. That is Sinovia, karibu sana. Nice to see you this morning. Says peace to you, Joy, and the chat. Thank you for explaining the process. You're welcome. And I also see Kanunu. That is, why do you call it? That's a second name? That's a second name, must be Mzales, right? But he also says that the political class is regrouping. There is no Raila or Ruto. It is them against us. Exactly. And this is where, exactly, I agree with you. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. That is so true. We're going to get, there's no Raila or Ruto. It is them against us. And finally, people are getting that. Because I feel like with the demonstrations that have been happening, we saw Anini saying, Alimuita, there's a gender Alimuita. Agwambo, stay at home. You know? Agwambo, stay at home. So to know this is nothing led by, actually, Eric Omondi I was watching a video of Eric Omondi saying that most of the people have been questioning who is fueling these demonstrations. Just a shift quick before I get to move on. And Eric Omondi was saying it is Ruto because of his lies. He's the one fueling the anger on people. He's the one funding the people's anger. He's the one funding this demonstration because he's lying. And if you try actually think about it, it makes sense because you're the one, the more you talk, the more you push the needle, and people are tired of you pushing the needle. You know, so yep, it is crazy. Shout out to Visasho. Thank you so much for tapping the screen. Joe Mosquito karibu sana. I see you saying what? Joby, stop laughing at people's names. I've stopped. I've stopped. Shout out to Sinovi also says, damn, that makes me so hungry on the side. It is so crazy, man. Because we've been talking about reparations globally. How Black people, we deserve our reparations back for all the damages that have been done. But nobody wants to be held accountable. When it comes to these other races, the Indians, the Chinese, literally all of them, it is not unfair. It is not fair. It is not fair. And that unfairness will have to go away. It's not fair at all. And I also see Sinovia says, that's right, Joby. And also adds, our people do not understand that the white people are silent killers. They smile in your face while committing atrocities behind closed doors. Exactly, man. They are really messed up. They're really messed up. And it is so sad, I swear. Right now, we're taking our trip in August, right? And I'm not certain if we're going to go to the beach, but if we get the time to go to the beach, of course, we're certain we're going to bump into them. It's sad when you see your fellow African people flexing on you, you know, because of a white man or a white woman. They flex thinking it's a flex, you know. They think it's a flex. Oh, you know, I got my mzungu, so what do you got? Like, and maybe, actually, Mzales, you can maybe confirm with me. You've been a man. Have you maybe experienced such, like seeing maybe a lady you knew, she starts looking down on you because she has, I don't know, maybe if you've seen such a situation, maybe of a friend. the women start looking down on you like you ain't shit. Like, hey, yo, niko na mzungu. What do you have? I have a mzungu. What do you have? You have lice, baby. That is what you have. You have nothing but just a bear. That is the real bear that the women have been choosing on TikTok. No, that is all you have. A bear. You can't beat me. That is what you have. But I also see Mzali says watapata tabu. Full does it to rant about that. We have right now, as you can see, have Malawians who are stuck in Oman. We have people who are still stuck in Saudi Arabia. We have people who are stuck literally outside the continent of Africa because of the desperation, again, caused by our bad system, bad governance, bad leaders, puppets, for not creating job opportunities that takes us there. And so once you get there, like what we had Gachagua, our deputy president, telling you, oh, don't worry, you have job opportunities secured for you there. If you've been checking very clearly, especially if you're from Kenya, you'll see every platform and site you go to, you have Canada is looking for Kenyans. Canada is looking for to do what? Did I tell you want to come? Did I tell you want to go there to Canada? Like, I don't want to be there. You want me to freeze? I can barely even hold how many degrees Celsius. It's warm right now, but I have a jacket. So you want to tell me I go freeze outside because I'm waiting for a job, for them to recognize me, you know? Hi, like, hey, I'm here, I'm looking for a job. I'm so proud somehow, despite everything I've gone through. As much as my desperation was taking me there, my intuitions spoke to me loud. And they warned me. And because my intuitions, I've doubted them before, I was like, if I do this time, I'm going to be the one to suffer. I have no one. I didn't want to tell anyone I'm going where. So if I was to go just alone, my own way. And no one was to know. So I'm proud. But I'm not proud by the fact that so many of our people are stuck there. But as we get to move on is about the fake UN organization coming from the DRC Congo with their fake reports again. Okay? And their fake concerns again. So they're saying that a humanitarian truce is in effect in the east of Democratic Republic of the Congo, but the situation remains alarming, given the rebels' territorial gains. Updating the Security Council on her mandative activities, the head of the UN stabilization mission in the DRC Congo expressed grave concern. That was yesterday. And she says the security situation in eastern DRC has continued to deteriorate, reaching alarming levels of violence and civilian displacement. And I am extremely concerned about the rapid expansion of the movement. And due to that is the M23 rebels. I think that is what she meant in the North Kivu and the spill over into South Kivu, despite numerous operations conducted by that group. I can't pronounce it, but yes, it is just some fake reports of what is happening, fake concerns. That is what I mean. This is fake concerns because we've seen the US, the UN, the EU. We know all these groups, all of them are the ones funding the weapons to M23 rebels. We know the same people are the ones using Kagame to get to Congo. So it is crazy that we're going to keep on reporting this. And a question I've asked again, like I've asked about Haiti. I've questioned about Haiti. Who's going to come save Haiti? Same to DRC Congo. As much as you can see the awakening of Africa, the situation there is super crazy. The displacement of the people of DRC Congo is crazy. If I tell you in just Kajiado itself where I am, how many Congolese I can meet in a day, there's so many. The worst part is that they're always bleaching, so it's easy to recognize them. You know, they're always bleached.
Damn.
That's the problem, especially the men. You don't need to hear them open their mouth.
But the minds are fucked up then, Joe. You got people fucked up minds. Minds already gone.
It is crazy. Karibu sana.
Asante sana, Joby.
How you doing today?
I'm okay. How you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Kenyans beware. That crooked ass Museveni has started to help Ruto by putting his secret Ugandan police in the Kenyan police ranks. When you're getting shot, it's gonna be Ugandans because this puppet's helping the other puppet. Told you, white man's already told him to try to help him. That's why I told you, Museveni's got to get that. Museveni's got to get that work. This is what it is. Also, Joe, I sent you a video. Go ahead.
Kenyans were telling Ugandans, we're coming for you next after we're done with Ruto. There's no way you can have a president for 38 years and you're quiet. Wake up, or we come for you. You know.
That's why he's scared. That's right. That's why he's scared. That's why he's scared, because it can spill over. He's a puppet. He's a puppet dictator. You know, all these puppets are scared in Africa now. And that's a good thing. All of them are scared. Like Kagame. Kagame's got to get to work. All the shit he's doing in the Congo. That's them doing the U.S. talking about, we don't know what's going on. You're the people that's doing the shit. You know, all this throw a rock and hide your hand is coming to the end, because the Africans know now what's going on. All this fake shit you keep saying, they all know now that you're the ones behind it. You're the ones funding it. These African nations don't got no money. They're impoverished. So how they paying for all these rebels? You know? So they know it's you.
Yes, I feel like their concerns comes in as a way, of course, of getting in more into DRC Congo and them not leaving.
Of course.
I see Kenyan women news just coming in right now. Kenyan women in Saudi Arabia are protesting, and that is at the deportation center, demanding to be deported back to their
get out
country.
Of there. Yeah. And that's why I sent you that video I want you to play. I love that Kenyan lady and the twins. They said, you want us to go to these all racist places? Send your kids. If these jobs are that good, send your kids, Ruto. Send your children to these jobs.
And not only that, I can also see that they are demanding to be deported back and the release of a child that was taken by authorities. So they took a child, and the women. There are so many, by the way. This is amazing to see. And finally, oh my God, I'm so happy to see. I'm just from talking about the same situation, reparations, and the people.
These African men have done nothing because they're all cowards. How do you have your women get beat, dog? These are acts of war, moron. Warfare. Warfare. Like I was saying, airtime, what's war? Not being weak. That's been on her show today. She's still airtime still there? Is she around?
She's on the back office.
Okay. You know, he's like, oh my God, this is scary. Yeah, weed out the weak. Weed out the weak when it's time to go to war. I don't hear these old niggas talking about some damn, and I do mean that, Zenobia, old niggas. I don't hear these old niggas always being cowards.
I thought you were getting better.
I am getting better, but I got to call a spade a spade. I mean, these old niggas talking about, well, let's talk, all that mumbly mouth shit. No, you smack a motherfucker in the mouth when you weak. All that weak talk. Somebody raping your women, that's an act of war.
Because that is true. Because if it was an African man who touched, even just touched, because they love exaggerating even without them being touched. So if it was even a rumor of he touched me, oh no.
Yeah, exactly. You see, exactly. Exactly, Joe. You see, Tulsa was a rumor. Rosewood was when all these shits in America got burned down because of supposed rumor of a black man touching a white woman. Now all our shit went up in flames. People were murdered, killed, just on a rumor. And none of it was true. But on a rumor, they went to war against us. They didn't say, you know what, it's our women power, our women do that. If they fall, what they do, you know what they do, that they fall. What? Motherfucker, you got the evidence there, God damn it. That's an act of war.
Mm-hmm.
Not no
It is.
cowardly ass, fucking you old ass nigga. Come on,
It
some
is.
tired of you Uncle Tom ass, you Uncle Tom cabin ass niggas. My women, they go sideways, they do bad things. What? African women are the most kindest, globally kindest, loving women on the planet. They don't do no bad things. What are you talking about? Sound crazy as text. You're a coward. You are a coward. You say you're a coward. And then then go suck on your own dick. That's what you do.
But as we get to move on, is about the Senegalese president who's being called to have a talk with ECOWAS and see if he can bring back Mali, Burkina Faso,
They don't
and
have to talk. They told him to go away. He can't go. That's the second time he went. A third talk. They already told him, go away. They already told you.
mm-hmm.
You know, you puppet. We already told you. We thought you were. This is going to be the third time. They already told him, no, we turned it back. They've already created the state for that Saturday. So what? How they going to keep? Why is he coming back again? They told him 2 times already. Go away, moron.
Because we want to be there. So they're saying that the Senegal president, Diomaye Faye, Africa's youngest president, suddenly faces a daunting challenge, reuniting a weakened regional bloc that is older than he is. God damn.
Yeah.
He's 44 and was tasked on Sunday with bringing military-ruled Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso back into ECOWAS at the organization summit in the Nigerian capital, Abuja. And the 3 countries left ECOWAS and formed their own alliance after military takeovers served
Exactly.
with the West African neighbors. A peace
Told you.
envoy backed by Tongolese
They told you
president.
we don't want to be a puppet organization no more. We don't want white people, foreigners to control us.
Mhm.
That's what they told you. Go away. Go away, Joe. Go away, Joe.
Mr. Faye is seen as the best head of states for a mission to bring the 3 countries back in the fold of regional cooperation. Beyond the Lua security and economic collaboration, ECOWAS goodwill has waned in recent years, and said for Bali, that is I don't know who that, but a research analyst at the Center of Democracy and Development, which focuses on West Africa. But the new role offers Mr. Faye an opportunity to eventually seek reforms for a more sustainable and self-reliant ECOWAS. That is what he said. But
Who cares what he said? They already told you no. So they've already formed their lines in Saturday when they signed all the agreements. So it's done. You're just mad because now you're gonna see your people. The domino effect is gonna happen. ECOWAS, the health state's gonna become successful. They're putting in power stations. Nobody gonna be in the dark no more, like in Nigeria and Ghana, all fucked up like Senegal. They're gonna start helping each other, get rid of the tribal shit, because they're gonna be operating as one country almost, have one currency. White man can't have that. So they already told you, go away. So your fake ECOWAS is going to dissolve. It's not going to be able to be functional. You're the one that's going to go away, not them. Your fake alliance created by white people is going to go away. So sit down and shut the fuck up and go away. They told you no. They told you unequivocally they turned their back on your fake ECOWAS. They told you. We turned our back. Not that they're thinking about it. They said they turned their back on you bootlicking handkerchief head house niggas.
yeah, so I think he's caught between the 2 ends, especially that is Diomaye Faye, because you can see from still this article, they're saying that at home, Mr. Faye is re-examining old ties that junta leaders say have stilled West Africa development, though Senegal remains a key ally to the West. Under Mr. Faye, Senegalese authorities are renegotiating contracts with foreign operators in the country, and according to the finance ministry, he says that aim to free us from the ties of dependency in our public policy. So I feel like is caught up in between ECOWAS and the Alliance Sahel states.
He's not caught up to nothing. Never told him stop being a bootlicking coward. They're not caught up with nothing. Either goddamn be a coward or don't.
Because you can see that they are pulling him on this other side. Senegal, do remember Keith is still in ECOWAS, right? Senegal is still part of ECOWAS. So it's gonna be difficult for you to for you as a leader. He said that you withdraw the same way they have, you know, and you
it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult when you're still sucking France's dick. He just went to France like what a couple days ago. We meet with Macron. Oh yeah. He's got to meet with Macron a few days ago, last week sometime.
Those were the first things we saw the juntas were warning him about. You know, stay away from.
Yeah, they told him. But he knows it. Those are all the French colonies. Senegal, they took over the whole Mali Empire, which is Senegal, Burkina, Mali, Niger, Chad. That's all. That was all the old empire.
You know, power is not given. It's taken. There's no you telling me I'm a leader right here.
Well, he ain't taking it.
No. Listen, there's no you're gonna tell me I'm a leader here, and then you can't tell me, Joby. I feel like you should arrange or clean your toilet like this. I don't care how you're cleaning your toilet. Use the new method, but my method has been working. In fact, I don't want to use your method. My method actually is safer and cleaner. The type of method you're bringing me is messy and bringing diseases on my.
You're talking about being sovereign. Oh, you mean you being an adult and sovereign, Joby, of your own life, your own body? The African hasn't been sovereign, so you're talking about being an adult, being sovereign and making up your own decisions concerning your life, which is common sense, which you're supposed to be able to do. But Africa hasn't had that in 400 years, Joby. You haven't had the right to make your own decisions and be sovereign. You've been goddamn told what to do, how to do it, when to do it.
I feel like somehow Africa can also, because you've said this and I do agree, if no men who are going to save Africa, it's going to be women. And we'll have to have more women who are going to come into power and lead. And this is why we see, I think this is why they deny women to be on political seats. Only if you're a good woman, that's why you're going to fit in, you know?
Because because women are less bootlicking, because women give birth. They actually care about their babies because the babies come through them. These bootlicking niggas don't care because they don't birth no women, no children. The women birth the men and the women. So women are attached to their children. They don't want their children all fucked up and enslaved and in poverty. They're not like, I'm going to take it all for me and just my family and fuck everybody else. Women don't think but the majority of women don't think like that. Some women do, but not the majority.
I agree. So I feel like Africa, if we had women in each country, let's say like, we don't even need many. I'd say 10 in every seat, like the parliament, the cabinet secretary, the senator, and all that. And then we come together, you know, if we have a good audit and all that, things can work correctly. Like you said, women care much more about the home, because if my home is destroyed, I'm destroyed as well. I need to take care.
Women are. That's why they don't want women in power with it, because women are the creators of civilization. So women won't be the same way a man would rule. A woman would like say, these children are all my children. I can't just steal every fucking thing and don't act. And a woman's only gonna allow so much disrespect. It'll allow you to keep disrespecting them and not do nothing about it. It's not gonna do that. It'll allow you to sperm in their face and milk dogs, all that shit. There's something gonna have to be done. And they're gonna force the men to do it, so you do it. No coochie for your ass. You be a goddamn man.
Shout out to Rigani Mara on TikTok. Shout out to Emakilas. Hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon, and welcome to the Pan African Bliss Show right on the.
Play that video I sent you, Joby. Play that video I sent you.
I will play the video. This main conversation, which is about, of course, Ruto. I have set the video aside. So today, Ruto has finally assets the Independent Electoral and Boundary Commission. And of course, this is supposed to be us now choosing a new commissioner who's going to be, in charge of this. But the same President William Ruto has signed an Independent Electoral and Boundary Commission bill that is 2024, into law, and Dr. Ruto assented to the bill that is today in the morning at the Kenyatta International Conventional Center in Nairobi, in the presence of opposition leader Raila Odinga, the Orange Democratic Movement, Kalonzo Musyoka, who is the Wiper Party, and the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, and leaders of the two houses of the parliament. This assets paves a way of the appointment of the
your two houses. Like I told you guys, have two houses. You guys have a Senate, and you have a part and a Senate and a parliamentary system.
Yeah, so they're saying that the assent paves a way of the appointment of the selection panel that will recruit the electoral body new commissioners. And the asset to IEBC amendment bill marks a significant step in actualization of one of the recommendations of the NADCO. I don't know what that means. And the signing of this bill paves a way for the establishment of a selection panel for the appointment of the IEBC commissioner. That is information given by Ruto. And he also adds that the IEBC remains a cornerstone for our democracy, responsible for overseeing regular elections at various levels, ensuring that our electoral cycle is managed transparently and administered in the impartial, neutral, efficient, and accurate and accountable manner. Well, we're going to see in the next election if it's going to be
it only work. And you cannot have no Europeans in there at all.
Exactly.
None. And it's also you must have people that you pick that have integrity, and it's got to come from the youth. None of these old puppets from the fake ass opposition party, which is fake, and the ruling party, which is fake. None of these people can come from those two parties. They have to come from what the youth decide after being rigorously vetted. They must be vetted to find out if they're compromised and if they have integrity. And no Europeans whatsoever. No Europeans, no white Arabs, no Chinese, no nothing. Africans, that's it. Because they'll steal the damn election, and I tell them, you better put it on paper. No damn machines. All those machines can be hacked. All your fake machines, that's how they got Ruto puppet ass in there. Shout out to the lady who knew that. The video I sent you. No more selection. No, it's going to be by paper. Paper ballot. No more damn machines.
Period. But they're also adding that individuals seeking to be IEBC commissioners will be required to possess proven knowledge and at least 10 years of experience. Additionally, experience in accounting or information and communication technology have been added as part of the profession.
Nah, I don't need no computer. Yeah, that's that computer shit. Nah, who has accounting? That's it. I need people that can count ballots, goddammit, and accounting measures, because it's going to be counted by hand. Ain't gonna be no stealing election this time. We're gonna do it county by county. Only certain people allowed to see it and touch it. We have a board of people in each county overlooking the count. So won't be no thieving, no counts, no fake counts, no none of that shit. We're gonna make sure it's a fair election, which Africa has never had.
True. Worldwide, I don't think worldwide, globally, we do have fair elections, not just Africa.
No, you're right. Not in America either. We had a fair election this motherfucker. At least since before I was born, there ain't been no fair elections. All been rigged.
So they're adding also the act increases the term of the secretary to the commission from the current period of 3 years renewable once to a term of 4 years renewable once. This change ensures continuity in the operation of the commission, and the bill further saves the unexperienced term of the current hold of the position. The State House spokesperson Hussein Mohammed on that was yesterday said the IEBC bill was the first to be proceeded by the parliament based on the recommendation of the National Dialogue Committee. And the report was a product of a bipartisan team consisting Yeah, consisting of a team leaders of President Ruto, Kenya Kwanza, and Mr. Odinga Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya Coalition. The head of state urged Parliament to expedite other recommendation to the NADCO reports to process various bills that were recommended by the committee. And the IBC was one of the thorny issues that dominated debates during the recent anti-government protests, as the youth demanded the establishment of the Electoral Commission to
That's
prepare
what that's why it's got to be the youth, because both these parties are corrupt. Both of them are corrupt. They don't represent any goddamn Kenyans. Both of them are backed by Europeans, and they're both corrupt. And so the youth are just asking, we want fair elections, real elections. So it should come from them, not by none of these see the fake out. They say, oh, we're establishing for the ruling party and the opposition party. Damn that shit. Both of them parties are corrupt. You don't allow them to establish nothing.
Sure.
It's got to come from the youth and the people who put up these rules and select the people to fulfill these offices. Not these two corrupt parties. They're already compromised.
So we're going to see, of course, come 2027, how the elections are going to be conducted. It's going to be, very well conducted, or it's going to be again rigged. The commissioner is also going to be chosen. We're going to see, is he working for the...
They're going to try to rig it, but you guys make it anti-rig. They're going to try to rig it. I think it's going to be very volatile, because white man's going to want to rig it. Like that, damn, I got to keep that. Without Africa, these people are poor, Jovi. Without Africa, these people are savage.
I feel like if 2027 something doesn't, trust me, I think we're gonna go into the history of 2007. And
yeah, it's gonna be a whole real revolution. That's right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a whole real revolution. Exactly. Either works. I agree with you. Because it's too far gone. Africa will be free regardless. I agree.
People are so woke enough to know that there's no way. People are so woke enough to know what is really, really going on. So if they mess up,
I agree. I agree, Joe. The same scams will not work no more.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got ladies like this. You got ladies like this in Africa telling the truth.
So nice, and you're hyping about them. Why don't you send your children to do those jobs then? Send your children to do those jobs if you feel they're awesome. The ones which are in Germany, which jobs are those? Which jobs are those?
In Canada.
Fix this country. Fix this country. Fix this country. We want to do well in our country. Contrary to the perception that all Africans want to go sneak into other continents and stick there and be illegal immigrants, we have been told they don't want us. Contrary to the opinion that Africans just want to leave their continent, Kenyans want to do well in their country. They want to thrive. They want to have decent jobs. They want to pay the taxes for services that they will get. Services they will get. Why are we paying taxes like Europe, yet we have shitty healthcare, shitty education, shitty housing conditions? We're not even getting water, Pipita. Water, a basic need. Basic need, Pipita. And then this guy wants to gaslight us to the world that we don't pay a fair share of taxes. You guys want to shine on TikTok, showing your 3-4 guzzlers. You want to show the world the way you have a big mansion. Shame on that MP who had a big mansion in a place where people can barely make it in a week. These guys are just wicked, and they want us to talk. Tunaongelea nini? We said talking stages for relationship. It's not for you guys how to do better. You people are shameless, and you want to use the church, and you want to use Christianity. May the God of Advent
you won't lose Christianity for that shit either.
Characters in those Bibles. Chako kikomotoni. All those tears that have cried, all the blood that has been shed, may it fall on you, your children, your grandchildren, 4 generations in. Because you are wicked. How you have sold us to the devil. You have sold us to modern slavery. You have sold us to neo-colonialism. You have decided we shall never rise. Mark this. You people are not immortal. We will turn this country around and we'll fix it. And we'll make sure we'll not have any other political class member drag us to hell the way you people are dragging us to hell. We will make sure. If you feel like you're sacrificing too much, quit your job. Go back to your chicken farming. Go back to whatever it is you used to do in your day job.
That's the African women. We're not gonna get past the African woman no more.
I can talk forever, but anyway, this guy really cares about us. Excuse me? If those jobs are so nice and you're hyping up.
Yeah, so that is, yeah.
Go back to your chicken farming.
Exactly. You know, can't keep on telling us go to Canada, go drink Chinese. You go do it. Let's see how you're doing well. You know, let's give us an example with your children.
Take your children there. All right, take your children there. Then jobs are so great. You want to take us to places where they hate us? You take your ass there and your kids. That's right.
It is time, man. Kenya,
you don't got the more docile African. Okay, please, I don't know. I don't listen. I do what you say. I'm not going to say anything. That day is gone. Hear that, woman? That day is, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. Well, okay. That weak, docile African, that motherfucker is getting buried.
As it should. Bashatu Jibadaba says keep Obama away from Kenya. This says Joby, is that your Ruto next? Is that you on Ruto's neck? What? Me? What you mean? She's going in. I love it. Yeah, that is yeah, she is on fire. But anyway, family, we wrap it up right here with the conversation of the day. This has been the Pan-African Bliss Show. Thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in, listened in silently. Shout out to Mzale, Sinovia, Jibajaba, and everyone who's right there.
You gotta go to the grocery store, Joby.
Yeah, I did. I want to go finish up the rest. I took a few things earlier before the show. We're going to finish up the rest now.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, you better do it. You get your freaking jobs in Saudi Arabia.
Touch me there.
Because you're just wicked.
I'd rather wake up, drink porridge every day. You know, that's what I'm doing. After I took back my documents from the agency, that's when my life became even worse because I was looking for a job. I'm drinking porridge with salt, you know, no sugar. No sugar. You go find money to buy sugar. Come on. So
they got rough, Joby, but you trusted your intuition. Your intuition saved your ass.
They did, man. Because I was going to take the ID now. Like something told me, no. Are you sure you're gonna do this? No. And you know, you don't want to tell anyone, right? Yeah. So please, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
That been even dangerous. You ain't told nobody, end up all fucked up over there.
Yeah. I was not to tell anyone at all. Anyone.
Oh, but that would have ended it bad. God damn.
But anyway, much love, family. See you guys later on the Black Kings frequency. Come back on the network. Iwaton and Kamlesh shall be there as they, of course, give you the BHFN countdown of the day. Have an amazing day. See you guys.
Damn, Shimani's still at the police station? God damn.
I'll text you. Let me text you.
Yeah, text the goddamn shit. All she do is tell the guy, listen there, get my goddamn money. Lock his ass up. Shit.